Hi everyone, it's Dasher Dave here again, and I'm back for another crafty video. So, today we're going to do another version of washi tape. Now this is one that I've seen people showing off online and that sort of thing, but I kind of had to work it back as to how to do it. It's using some sticky tape, whatever you call it, scotch tape or whatever. Funnily enough, the stuff that I've used today is actually called scotch tape, but it isn't generally known as scotch tape in the UK. It's known as sellotape in the UK, this is sellotape. So the reason I use this one is because it has more of a matte finish, and you know I prefer the matte look. But if you like the shiny thing, then that's fine. So and what I've done is I've used some of my own digitals here. So it is still sticky, and it does turn out a little bit like washi tape, in that it's got a bit of stick, but it doesn't have a lot of stick, if you know what I mean. So this is just on a white background so you can see it. So we're going to do this. We're going to have a play. It's really about having a play, really. And then I can use this to embellish some of the envelopes that I'm sending for Happy Mail. So I'll just point out that the winners of the three winners, two of them I've posted because they're going to America. They were a lot more expensive than I thought they would be, and so you know I just couldn't afford to post everything this month. So the Happy Mail hasn't gone out yet, and the Happy Mail will have to go out in like a batch of 2 a month for a while, because money's still a bit like tight at the moment. And Jez, I haven't posted yours yet because yours is in a box. I've yet to decorate it, and also it'll cost me a little bit more. So that's the reason why things are like they are. So anyway, without further ado, let's get on with this. So what you're going to need is going to need some sellotape or sticky tape or whatever you want to call it. Like I say, there's some sellotape here. Ugh, it's covered in fluff. You're going to need some water. I was going to say a bath of water, but it's not a bath of water, although I might end up having a bath with it. And I've got some paper. Now the paper I've got some book pages, because I haven't tried book pages. This is the one I made this is the one I made it from. That's one of my own digitals. And then these are some of my other digitals. Some of them are test print digitals, and some are actual. So that one is, I think I put it on the back. That's Brianna. That's on my Ko-fi. So I do put some of my test water style digitals on Ko-fi, either free of charge. This one's actually free, or I put them on for like 50 pence or £1 or whatever. There's actually some background papers on there. There's a whole set of background papers for £1. So my Ko-fi is linked in the description of every video, and it's also a link in my About Me page on my actual YouTube. These have been printed on a laser printer, because these are like test prints just to see how they're going to look, etc. This has been done on a laser. You can do it with this one's an inkjet. This is another one of my digitals that's available on my Etsy. This is an Etsy digital. These are kind of test ones that I didn't actually go with, and so we're going to use some of these to make the digital, to make the thing, the washi tape stuff. So what you need to do is you need to find the end of your tape, which I did successfully this time, and then you're going to lay it on the area that you want it to be, you want to pick up. And that was kind of fluke, because that just the problem is it picks up static, so you have to be careful when you line it down against paper, because it'll just attract the paper to the sticky, and then once it's stuck, you're in a 2 and 8 state. So I'm going to take that bit off there, and you can take whatever bits you like. I might go for I want that across there. It's a bit boring, isn't it? So I might just do, actually, I'll do these bits here, that there, and you can, like, you're just literally picking up the bits of the image you want, and this bit here. And basically, the reason for doing this is it's getting in a mess, and I like to get in a mess. So I'm just going to put that to one side. I'll come back to it in a minute. I'm just going to do some sticking down first. We'll use this one. No, we'll use this one. So, again, available on my Etsy, this pattern. I'm going to do that bit there. And pick that up. And I'll just leave the bit of tape hanging off the edge, if I remember. On that one I didn't. So, which other bit do I want? I think I'm going to go with this edge as well. So you know, you could cover the whole page. I'm just doing it like this because I don't want loads of pieces. What I'll do is I'm going to try it on a piece of book page. I liked that bit because it's got like this kind of illumination style text. And the reason why I've got this is just because it's going to get wet in a minute. So if I did it directly onto my mat, it's fine, it's waterproof. It's just that it might not be clean. It might pick up all of the grunge off the background. I haven't tried using map paper, so try that. Should I do it with a bit of text on it? I can always go diagonally, can't I? There's nothing to stop me. Let's do that. So that's that. I think that's it for now, and we'll come back and see if we want to do more. So what you need to do is you go get your paper that you want, and you need to make sure that it's well and truly stuck down before you do any peeling. So I think I might use my Cricut paddle thing that I've got, just to make sure that's completely stuck down, and do the same on those bits there. Move that one. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to take the end and we're going to peel it off, and it'll rip. Now you sometimes don't get all of the image off, and I didn't worry about that. If you look at my sample pieces, but there's somewhere there it doesn't go right up to the edge, but it's decorative and I don't care. So remember, there is no perfection in craft. There is just happy accidents. Right, so that's now the last time I ripped it off really quickly and it did it fine. You know, of course, as soon as you start recording something, nothing works, does it? Let's try flipping it over. No, this one is not going to work today. See if I can do it from this end. Oh, it's working this end. Perfect. Why wouldn't it do it the other end? So how much it peels up depends on the tape and how sticky it is, etc. If it kind of hangs over the edge, I'm not worrying about that. And then what you do is you just submerge it in the water. So we're going to get this one, hopefully peel it up if I can find the end. Now if it pulls all of it away, then that's also fine, because you're just going to peel away the paper on the backing. So even if you can't get it to peel away nicely, what you can do is you just rip it either side and just pull it away with the whole thing, pulling the whole thing off, and then submerge that in the water. So that's that one. Let's do this one. So this is the one with the inkjet. So apparently you do tend to get a better thing with an inkjet because it's not got that shiny surface, so your tape is more likely to rip it, which is what you want it to do, because you've got a much more porous surface. So there you go, so it's pulling it up, see how it's doing that, whereas the shiny surface, it was kind of just pulling off the top of the thing. I'm going to put all of that in there, do that the same. What am I trying to say? With the shiny surface, when you stick anything to a shiny surface, you can almost peel it back off again. A bit like when you're using your wrapping paper. You know, when you're wrapping at Christmas and that sort of thing, and birthdays and stuff, and you stick it in the wrong place, you can peel it back off again because it's a shiny surface. But when it's a porous surface, it gets much more of a stick. Much more of a stick. Can't even find that end, so I'm going to have to do it from this end because I can't find that end at all. There we go. See how that pulls up off more than the width of the tape. So just going to put all of that, dunk it in there, and we'll come to this. So this is the map paper. I'm just making sure it makes good contact, and then I'm going to peel it. I wonder if see, this one's going to peel off and not take any of the image at all, so I might have to get it to by tearing either side and pulling it away like that. There we go. Put that in there. And then this is the book page, which it should do because this is very old book page. And this is just going to pull the whole thing away, so I'll allow it to do that. I'll tear a bit of that away. Right, so let's put that in there. And let's get one of the ones that's been in there a while. So this is one of the ones one of the first ones I did. So, and then what you do is you can tear away any bits that are just, you know, hanging off the edge like that. I'm going to use that bit of book page to put it on. And the same on that side. And then it's going to get messy. So just be warned, I've got a towel ready. I'll have that on my lap so that I can dry my fingers. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to rub the paper off the back. So it's a bit like when you can do it with Mod Podge when you're doing image transfer, but this is just doing it with water. And you're leaving it on the tape rather than trying to transfer the image anywhere else. So you want to kind of get the paper off, and then what I do is I just put that back in the bath, and then that way then it gets rid of all of the last remaining bits of paper, because you end up with like little pills of paper on the surface. And I usually try and do like a second wipe. You only need the friction of your finger. You don't need anything else. You don't need to have gloves on unless unless you find you've got an allergy to something in the paper. Hopefully you haven't got an allergy to paper, because otherwise it's terrible. That would be a terrible thing to be a paper crafter and have an allergy to paper. So, be like the worst. Although, to be fair, I have a slight allergy to. I mean, I don't know if I've told you this before, but I have a slight allergy to dog and cat hair. But it doesn't stop me having dogs and cats. So I haven't got a dog or a cat at the moment, but it won't stop me. Because there are some things in life. Now that one peeled away too easy on the back of there. I don't think that one's stuck down as much. No, this one hasn't. Right, so that one's not worked as well. So we live and we learn. Now, if they don't work, you just have to say, well, you know, there's only paper. So it's just paper. Now we'll try it again with. We'll leave the other one in there for a bit longer, I think. Let's do the map. That was next, wasn't it? See what the map turns out like. The map's much harder to rub off. Maybe not been in there long enough. No, it's definitely not rubbing off very well. Oh, there you go. Now the other one that didn't work very well, that was one of my digitals in an inkjet. Now somebody says that the inkjet works better, but maybe it's just fluke. Maybe it's just fluke, Dave. Don't read anything into it. It's your first time, so you can't make a decision based on one attempt. So I'm just going to rub this off. Like I say, it's messy. But it's fun. You know, you can get, basically, you can, all of that paper you've thought, oh, I wish they did a washi tape in this. You can basically just make your own, can't you? So, you know, and I know that you can just cut a strip of paper and it be washi tapey. But, more fun to get a bit messy. Let's try this one. I don't know whether this has been in there long enough, to be fair. No, I don't think it has, because like you can see how the paper isn't quite saturated. I shall leave that in there. Let's try again. So the colours have changed on this paper. This is my own digital, the one that we just had the failed attempt. Because it's inkjet paper, it will react with the water. Yeah, so that's peeling off and not leaving the image behind. So let's just see. Yeah, look, that's doing the same. Completely peeling off. That's very weird. Although it has left some of the image. Maybe it wasn't stuck down enough. What was that left? Nothing, basically. So, that one doesn't work. Let's try another piece of inkjet. So that I can rule out whether it's the inkjet. Oh, excuse me. I'll bend down. My towel fell off. Oh, I dropped the microphone. Pulled the microphone off me. Oh, towel's falling on the floor again. My knees are obviously just too rounded. I'm not capable of holding a towel. The rest of me is too rounded, to be fair. Anyway, moving on swiftly before anybody passes any comment they might regret. Let's try that again then, shall we? Let's use a piece of. Can I use a piece of this, or should I try again with this one? Try again with this one. Put that on there. I'm going to try two different things on this one. I'm going to put that on there, and I'm going to put that on there. And then I'm going to just cut that down the middle between the two. You can see where the tape is. So I'm going to use that one. I'm just going to put that to one side, and then this one I'm going to squish on properly. Yeah, so with inkjet paper, with inkjet printing, it will lose its definition. Even if you can get it to work, it will lose its colour definition because it's water-soluble ink. Oh, blimey, dropsy today, Dave. I'm going to leave that one for a few minutes, but I'm going to do something different with this one. I'm going to try heating it a bit, because when you heat anything with glue on it, it makes the glue more tacky. So I'm wondering if that's what it needs. You know, it's all about playing, isn't it? So today is about a play day. It's a play day. A play day with Dave. So let's try heating this. I'm going to heat it from the back so I don't curl the tape. Well, too much, at least. I'm not sure how curl resistant or melt resistant the tape is, but we'll soon find out. I'll do this and just give it a heat. And then stick it down again. And the other thing I'm going to try it with, not that one, with the sellotape, with the ordinary sticky tape, and see if it works with that one. With my furry edged sellotape. So the reason why this is kind of a bit wrinkly and crinkly and very sticky on the edges is because I accidentally dropped it in some water once. So it's not been the same since. And I have no idea why I dropped it in the water. It just I don't even think I was that close to water. So right, I'm going to tear down between the two. Okay, so this is the one I've heated. Let's try the one I didn't heat first. So I'm going to peel that off first. See if we can get it to pull up. Well, this is pulling up better than it did before, but that doesn't mean anything. This means nothing to me. Oh, Vienna. Yeah, and that. And some of that singing. Dave's dulcet tones. I sing it in the key of Queasy. So I'm going to put that in there. Screw that up and put that to one side for a minute. So this one was the one I heated. Which didn't really peel off at all. Oh well. Stick that one in there. And then this is the one with the sellotape. Like traditional style sellotape. We're going to do this, aren't we? Yes, I've completely ripped the tape, so that didn't go well, did it? Let's put that in there. So, right, I'm going to come back to that book page now, because I think the book page should be more soluble. There. So, let's see if we can get this one off without taking all of it off. Ooh, it's very much more resistant. Have they not met the Borg? Resistance is futile. Come on! Wow, that is not coming off with any ease. Right, tear all the bits off the edge. No, Dave, you nearly lost the page then. Right, so, or is it because my fingers have got no print left on them anymore? Oh no, it's coming off now. Oh yeah, that has left the text, that's good. Might need a wetter finger. You just need to be careful because it'll hurt your fingers after a while. I've got really itchy ear. You didn't need to know, but I thought I'd tell you anyway. Honest as the day is long, that's my problem. Too much information as well. I'm doing it with my left hand because my right index finger is a bit numb at the minute, so this might have to have a second soaking. Yeah, it's going to have a second soaking because I haven't got the strength. So what else we got in here? So these are the ones that I did. These were the ones that had a first soak and first rub. So I'm just going to go across it and rub any remaining bits off. And then we're going to leave that one to dry. I'll take it all out. So all I did last time to dry it was I just rubbed a bit of cloth across it. Your cloth might not have bits of paper all stuck to it like mine does, but I'll pop that up there, and then we'll get this piece. So another one that's had an initial soaking. And then we'll dry this one off. Let's just dry some of that off. Could do with a paper towel, I think, to do this with. I'll have a look at them all at the end, so when we're finished. So put that over there. We've got another piece there that's had an initial soaking. Yep, that one's nice and clean. Okay. Clean that off a bit. Get another paper towel. So that's the piece that so that's our map paper, sorry. Just want to rub away any bits that are left on it. Right, these I think we're down to the bits now that are, I don't know which pieces I did with a heat gun and which I didn't now, so let's try this again. No, I think this is peeling the whole thing off up again. So inkjet paper for me doesn't work. If you can get it to work, that's great. Yeah, look, it's not even leaving any of the image, so that's not working. Let's try the next piece. No. This. Was this the one that got heated? I don't know. Well, like I say, I can't remember. And this is also completely rubbing off. So that doesn't work. And then this is the actual sellotape. So, does sellotape work? Does sellotape work? No, it doesn't. So it's the paper. So I told you we'd live and learn. Oh no, that's my hand wiping towel, Dave. That's the one for wiping your work surface down. So maybe do another inkjetty style one. Sorry, not inkjet. Not inkjet. We've worked out inkjet doesn't work, so we're not going to use that. All that's another inkjet. What else do I have in? Honestly, I've got so many, because all of my digitals are all, I test print everything, and then so things like this came out dark, I then go back to the drawing board and do again to make it lighter. So like I say, all of mine are printed in some way, but they're either printed on a laser or on an inkjet. I think these are all inkjet down here. Yeah, they're edge to edge, so that's definitely going to be an inkjet. These are printed on laser, so I'll have a look at one of these. So let's do, not that one, a bit dark, not that one, let's do that one. So let's do some layers of this. So I'm going to do, well, there, because it attracted itself to the paper, so, and I'll do, try and get something a bit more interesting. Might go that way. And what I'll do is I'll try it with the sticky tape this time. Let's try a bit of a butterfly. Like that. Because I don't think we got a fair result from the previous lot of the standard sticky tape, because it A, it ripped, and B, the image came off it anyway. So let's stick that down. And then go over the other side. So this has been coffee dyed. If you're wondering why looks like a Dalmatian has been rollered. It isn't a Dalmatian. No Dalmatians were harmed in the making of this video. It was, it's genuinely just coffee dye. Right, peel that bit off. Peel that bit off. And then peel that bit off. Right, okay, so let's see if we can peel this up now. Can't get the edge off. Oh, I can't do that. No such word as can't, Dave. Where is the? Oh, it's there. It's because it's so good at disguising itself, because it's matte. You can't see where it starts and ends. I don't even think it ends there. Where is it? Have I just torn it in half? I think I tore it in half. Did I? I did. It's there. You idiot. Well. Anyway. Well, that's all completely come off, and I can't even tell where the tape is now. That's there. Right, let's shove that in there before I get into any more trouble. Shove that in there. Do this other one. Don't stick to each other. It's not Christmas. Christmas is the only time we allow you to stick to yourself. Sticky tape. Do you not agree? You know, every Christmas I have a battle with sticky tape that wants to kind of just find itself and stick to itself, but won't stick to anything else. Right, let's peel this one up. Oh, that bit where I said I want to get the butterfly, that didn't work, did it? Peel it from the other end. That was good. Meh. Meh. Right, okay, let's stick that in there. Great if you're making papier-mâché, all the bits that you've rubbed off. So, do I have anything here that's already soaked? Oh, that's the other bit of inkjet paper that we decided isn't working. No, it still isn't working. Not because of the length of time it's been soaked for then. Oh, this is the book page. Let's go back to the book page, the bit that I couldn't get the rest of it off. So, book page is definitely tougher to deal with. Even old, that was very old book pages. The kind that you probably couldn't use in any other way because it started to crack, you know, when you fold it, and it doesn't crack now because I'm showing you, but no, also because my fingers are wet. But when it starts to get a bit too degraded, can't think of another term other than degraded, so we're staying with degraded. But it seems to be working fine for this. And there are some bits of paper that I don't seem to be able to rub off. Oh no, oh there you go, that's better. Get it taut. That taught you. It's because I used to be a teacher, I can taught things. Teach things. Yeah, shut up, Dave. That's why I'm no longer a teacher. So I use terms that don't exist. So, give that a wash. I seem to have rubbed it a bit hard now. I think I've rubbed the sticky off some of it. So, you see how it's gone opaque? That's the sticky bit. And there are bits where I've rubbed that away. But you know, it's I do these things so you can learn what not to do. Do as I say and not as I do, basically. So that's the ordinary sticky tape. That's the invisible stuff. So yeah, you want to just use your finger and not your nail, because you'll just take all the sticky off. And if you take the sticky off, the image will come with that. And you'll just end up with a piece of clear cellophane. And you will get a bit of resistance because it's the sticky that's staying on there, and that's why it has a bit of a stickiness to it when you've rubbed the backing off. That's why it has that kind of almost washi tape style stickiness to it. I think that one's done this time. It is. Just wipe it with a piece of paper towel. A piece that's done. I don't know what that is. What is that? Oh, that's the piece I ripped in half. Of course, obviously I'm doing this to help you, and also to have a bit of fun while I'm doing it. So don't forget to give the video a like. It's really helpful. You liking the video helps people find me. and then other people finding me might mean that I help them, and so on and so forth. Right, this one's coming off nicely. That first top bit is really easy to get off. That's just gone completely mushy. Take that off. Get that in the bin. I might just give that a wash in there. I don't think there's anything left in there that I need to get out. Take it back out again, see if there's anything else to rub off. Not really. And then I'll dry this off, and then we'll have a look at these when I've emptied this thing. I think there's another piece in there. I think it's the other piece of the paper that I ripped off. Yeah. Sorry, ripped in half, I mean. It's alright. Give that a wash. Cool. Okay, right, let me just mop up a bit. So there we go. So that's what you get. So this is the bits that I started with, and then these are the bits that we've made together. So they've turned out really well. So this is the piece that's the shiny sellotape. So you can see it is actually transparent, so you can see through it. So you should be able to see my fingers through it. And it is does still have a bit of stick to it. Like I say, it's turned into like the washi tape style now, so you wouldn't be able to like rely on it to stick an envelope down. You'd need to glue it down. This is the one that's the Brianna one. You know why the digital is called Brianna, by the way? It's because it's Brian. It's a dedication to Brian. So I called it Brianna because I usually go with female names on the Etsy stuff, but although I've broken that rule now and got Graham and Leslie and all of that on there, so although Leslie is a unisex name. So shut up, Dave, over explaining again. Shut up, Dave. That's the one I kind of ripped, but again it's transparent. You can see that it's transparent. Let's put a book page behind, you might be able to see then. See, you can see the words through it. So, and we've got this one, which is the map. This is the bit of Malaysia that I picked up. This is another piece of one of my digitals. This is the other bit of Brianna, so that goes with that. And then this is the book page one. So this is the one where I've learnt that not to rub too hard, because I ended up taking the sticky off it, but it's still cool. I mean, like, you know, I've seen bits like that on, well, certainly on Etsy and on Temu and AliExpress and all of that, where you're paying money for it, and actually you could do it with a bit of old text and some sellotape you've probably already got anyway. So, but yeah, there you go. So a couple of things to say. Your hands do dry out, so anytime you're using paper, the paper is really good at absorbing, and it absorbs moisture out of your hands, so you should always keep your hands hydrated. Bit of health and safety tip there, bit of health and beauty as well. So I always moisturize my hands after I've been doing videos and things, because your natural oils get stripped out. Also using water, that'll strip the oils out, and when you're rubbing, it does hurt your fingers, so you might want to see if you can find some way to do it. You could try using something like an eraser. I didn't try that, so that you're kind of saving your fingers, or if it works with a pair of latex gloves, or if you can't wear latex, vinyl gloves or whatever. But yeah, make sure your hands are nice and rehydrated after you've finished, because mine feeling a bit dry now, but that's always the same. whenever you're using any paper. So yeah. So let me know if you give it a go. Let me know if you give it a go. Let me know if you're a poet and you don't know it. This changed texture. This is interesting. This is the shiny sticky tape, and this has kind of gone very limp. But I don't know if it'll stay like that. It might dry out and be fine. I mean, like it's not fine now. It just seems to have a bit of stretch to it. So, yeah. So if you get some happy mail and you've got some interesting washi tape, it might not be washi tape. It might be some of this that I've used. So anyway, that's it. So don't forget, give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to pass a comment if you wish. Let me know if you're going to give it a go. Let me know if it's on the hit list of many other things that you want to give a go of, because I know my hit list is quite long. Yeah, so don't forget, I love you all without exception until you give me a reason not to. So you know what? Don't give me a reason not to. And I will see you all in the next video. All right then, folks. You have a great day, great morning, afternoon, evening, or whatever time it is with you. I haven't said that for a while. I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Big hug. I'll see you soon. Bye. I'll give you a close-up of those before I go. La la la. Can you see them? I don't know why I'm singing, but I am. Bye.